Hi, and welcome to On TV in the Kitchen. We're cooking today, and it's a wonderful baking theme. And with us is chef and butcher Luke Moffatt. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I heard you had a sweet tooth.
I got a little bit of a sweet tooth, yes.
So thanks for coming. And I also enticed him because there would be some desserts. So today we're going to talk about baking and how to avoid those little mistakes that we all kind of have. I know you can eat the ones that break, but still. I love using Nordicware. I love endorsing family time. You know how we talk about that. And the Nordicware pans are different than others. I like involving children. My youngest grandchild is 9, and we love baking together. And one thing little boys are interested in, or girls, are trains. Now, you're all used to seeing a bundt pan or a cake pan, right? So what would you call that? Now, how unusual is that for a cake pan?
It's the most awesome cake pan ever.
So have a look. I love this one. Have a look here because the engine is here. It will hold a standard cake mix or your own mix. The engine is here. There's all the cars. You can put them in any order you want, and the caboose at the end. So now a child could use this easily. I'm going to turn it over. Look at the detail. So I love something like this. And when it's a detail like that, you want to keep the detail on it. So I like to spray. You can open that for me, dear.
Well, I guess I got to work for my dessert.
Yeah,
right?
you're gonna. I like using Baker's Joy because it's a mix. It's got flour and spray in it. So I want you to see the difference when I spray this on, okay? Kind of stays. See? And what is that doing? That is missed one. That's making sure that the detail that I see here is coming out on the pan. Because what this is all about is the kids having fun. And you're going to fill it to the line. And I would say any standard cake mix, which I have done them from scratch, but for a child, it isn't about the recipe exactly. It's about the fun, and it's about the activity with Nanny and Grandma, and or a school, or even a school class, which I like doing too. So put that in, and you're going to bake it at 350 for a shorter period of time. And all the instructions come on the pans when they're a little bit different. So I'm going to put that aside right there. When it's finished and they come out, pop them out, turn it upside down, put it on a rack like this, let it cool, pop it out, and then I want you to see what Luke made in his spare time. I'm going to... Now look. Get yourself the bottom of a box. Now look at that. What little child wouldn't love that? And they'll just demolish it. They'll just eat it. But get a picture. So you're going to use piping bags. You can set the train up in an S. You can set the train up in a circle. You can make it bigger. You can make that twice so that more kids, each child will get a car. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. It's going to keep them busy, and people like me would get to snack on them afterwards.
Oh, yeah. It's a great project. So each child gets a cake. Then you're going to give them, you're going to show me the tubes here, the little, all right, and if you don't have them, you can use any type of disposable bag and cut it on the angle and let the child decorate it. Now, is this icing homemade? Yes. Do you have to use homemade icing? No.
No.
No, absolutely not. Use what's easiest for the child. The girls, whatever colors they want. The boys, you can do a Christmas theme, a holiday theme, whatever it is. And if you make it bigger, they also have a Christmas tree forest pan, which you seem to like to use for meatloaf.
Yeah. I love setting it down, pulling it out, and having the meatloaf there, and everyone's like, what is this thing? I've never seen a meatloaf like this.
I know.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's good about that, you can take that ketchup drizzle and drizzle it all over the top and have it come down. So in that case, you'd be using 2 of these pans and making the cake that way. Now, around the train, or if you do the train in an S, you can have the train running through a village. Now let's take a close look at the village. How cute is that? And it gives you an idea how to do it. When you make it, the houses don't have to be that close. But again, Luke, all the children will get one. Mm-hmm. And it's about the size, they might be a tad bigger than these. It's about the size of a large cupcake. So everybody gets one. They can decorate it any way they want. And the result is they can make a village. So that's what I like. I want interaction. I'm more about entertaining as a group. We're all going to have a little job to do. So that, I'm going to hand you, and you can place that over there. Now they also have something that I like very much. This is a new one. Came out last year, and it's the snowflake pans. And that's what they call now a cakelet. So if you haven't heard that term, it's a cakelet. And it, again, takes a cake mix. And if there's any left over, just put them in a cupcake pan. But this gives you all the snowflakes, and I've used it many times. This, Luke, I put icing sugar and blue sprinkles. So it looks like snow in the winter, you know, coming down.
Yeah.
So these pans are really cute. So it's half the size of a muffin tin. And I love it. Isn't that cute?
It is.
I know it is. All right, I'm gonna put that one aside, and I use that a lot. Let's take a look at a cake now that is the size of a bundt pan. And do you know what a bundt pan is? Do you know why it's a bundt pan? What makes a bundt pan different than other cake pans?
I don't know. Tell me.
The hole in the middle.
Okay.
All right. So the bundts have, it's a bund. Greek wedding, it's a bund. And so the bundt pan has a hole. So here's a bundt pan, and the reason I think it's pretty solid there. The reason it's a bundt pan is because the chimney is the hole. So you could buy a sucker, one of those candies that have all the crinkles on it, and make the chimney coming out. But when you see this pan, there is a tube in the middle, so it is indeed a bundt pan. And kids enjoy it. They can make their own gingerbread house. And you could use a gingerbread cake mix for that as well. I really, really think it's a great pan. I love it. Easy too. You can embellish it where the trees are. Have a look at that. How much fun. And the tinier you cut the hole, now that's if you're not using regular piping tips. You can make them with little plastic bags and put the icing in. If you cut it very, very tiny, you'll get all this detail. If you cut it bigger, Luke, you're going to get this kind of detail. So kids really enjoy doing things like that. And by the way, whatever they do, it's all good. Am I right?
Always, yeah, always.
Whatever they make,
it's beautiful.
it's beautiful.
Yep.
It is beautiful. And that's what I want them to do. So when we come back from a little break, I want you to know that I am about to put you to work.
Okay,
We're
ready.
gonna because we have one more thing to show you. Well, two actually. So we're going to come back shortly. Stay with us and watch how I take Luke through the steps of cake decorating. See you shortly. Bye. Welcome back, and we are cake decorating. Now, take a bag. Take a bag.
Take a bag. Got a bag.
Now, the first thing we're going to do is test it. And remember, if you haven't bought or own expensive cake decorating, equipment, you don't need to. So I want to test it first. Yep. Okay. And then you can test yours.
See if I can't get mine finer than yours.
Well, I don't know about that. Oh, all right. All right, he did it. Okay, so if you've got what you want. Now, if you've cut it big, you're going to get big, but just cut it small at first because you can always go the other way,
Yeah.
but you can't go the other way. All right, so we're going to take that off. Now I'm going to ask you to unwrap the cake.
This is my favorite part.
And
Unwrapping the cake for
I know
consumption.
why. Yeah, and he brought a knife too, and I know what that's for. Now, what we've got here, and while Luke's doing that, and then I think we're going to take that cake. Yeah, this is the Yule log, the Christmas log, but depending on what you do with it, you can make this cake any time of year that you want and do it in a theme. So if you look close here, we'll have a quick look here. It's a Yule log. You can make a jelly roll cake, if you're familiar with that, and place it in and slice it and get that effect. You can also use a marble cake mix. So you can make your batter half white. Yeah, that's cute, isn't it? Half white and half chocolate, and put that in, and it'll cut and look like bark. So that's what we've got here. I've got a finished one, which I did earlier, and you can see that. So that, and believe me, when you shake icing sugar on everything, it just looks perfect. So that's what we're going to aim for here. So Luke, let's see. You see this cake? I made this one yesterday in the Nordicware pan. That pan is called the Yule log. So we'll put it here. All right. So holly berries. We're going to, and then push it in. Now, Luke, did you see how I did that?
Yes.
You're gonna, okay. Round, push, and up. Okay. Now you're doing the leaf. She's done a whole leaf, but you've cut yours real fine, and I actually like that. So outline, go ahead and outline a leaf. Let's see what he can do here. And remember, when the kids are doing it, it's all good. It's all good.
Just like mine. It'll be all good.
It's
Some of your kids might be better than mine.
So he is outlining the holly leaf. So it's the holly and the berries and all that type of thing. Yes. No? Good boy. Now, how about doing what I did there? What do you got? Is there three?
Yeah, I got three.
Okay, you got three. Okay, go. And then push it down like this. In, out. Good. Okay, now one right there. In, out. Okay. Now I'm going to, and I'm a lefty too. All right, look at this. Actually, I think you did that pretty well.
Beginner's luck.
I don't know. I think don't let it go to your head. And,
I might have a few hidden talents I haven't told you about.
yeah. Look at this. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you let that set. All right. I need you to do, there's two of them there, right? I need you to do those two. And a Yule log can be served at this can be served at a children's party. And I think it's ideal to have them. And then I'm going to give you this because I've got two of them here too. So you can watch that. Yeah. There it is. Perfect, perfect. Oh, I love it. And then take this. Okay, you can see what the difference is there and see how easy. Now they've, you know, when Dora and I made this, my friend, she did the swirl here. And these are the pieces of the bark sticking out. So while I'm doing this, you can give the children, or in this case, Luke, give them some appropriate age or season if you're going to do it for Easter or whatever. And I think you've got one of my favorites is this. That's my favorite. So you're totally using that one. And then go ahead and put it on an angle. And you know, these Yule logs at Christmas time, they're not cheap.
No.
You see them in the bakery.
Yep.
And in the store.
No, they are not.
Mm-hmm. And if you make it on your own, you can make it in a jelly roll pan, and it takes...
Or why don't we have them going over the cake? Does that work?
Yeah. And you know what we're going to do? Pick him up, pick this up, and anything you want it to stick really well, put that reindeer right so his foot is there. And if you want the sleigh up there, here, why don't we do this? And then set the sleigh in while the icing is soft. Okay. Yep. And then the reason I like that is because it gets it a little bit of a mid-air. And there was another one I liked. I don't know if I brought it, and it's a lamp. It's a lamp. Yeah. That's kind of fun.
Where do you want to stick this guy?
That's your call. It'll be a street.
Let's have it right here. Guiding light for landing.
So that's really a great way of decorating it. And then you can also, yeah, sure. You can see when the cake is finished how nice it looks. And we're actually going to cut into it. So I don't know if you're hungry. Maybe not. And
you don't have to ask me twice.
Okay, good. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is this. How's that? And I'm going to do it this way so he can look at our friends. Tell me if I've got it right, Luke. How's that?
Looks
Is he
good
going
to
to stay? Yeah?
Yep, looks good to me.
All right. Go ahead and let's slice some cake. And remember, the cake is your choice, so go ahead and do that.
Where do you want me to slice it?
I'd say start at the end of the Yule log. And we're going to get about 6 slices out of that. That's a pound cake. But remember, if you have, if you buy a white cake mix, talking about mixes now, just keep going. And take your time. That's nice. Cutting nicely. Pound cake always does.
Yes, it really does.
So if you're going to use a mix and you're with children, what to do is separate the batter, make half of it chocolate, use the other as vanilla, and then just swirl it. And when you slice it, you're going to see a mixture of the two. And that's kind of cute, like the bark circles on a tree, something like that. That'd be kind of fun. And if you are ambitious, you can certainly make a jelly roll and pop that in. Now you have to add these pieces when you're doing it from scratch, but I just think it's just fantastic. Oh, that looks great. Yeah. Yule logs are very popular as a take-along gift as well. Oh, don't stop.
Don't stop? All
right.
Please. We'll keep going.
Oh, yeah. Yule logs are considered a very nice thing to bring to people's homes on New Year's Eve. And it's just like New Year's Day. That's when you break into the gingerbread cake. So this is really a very nice presentation. If you do not have these cake plates, cardboard, you probably have something else you can do, but they are easily accessible at any baking store that's close to you, a store that gives baking classes, things like that. Or you can take a shirt box and cover it with tin foil and make your own. So they're really good tins. And actually, that's quite a savings as well. I love it. This one is like the Mona Lisa of cake pans. Look at it. Oh, I know. Look, there's even a pineapple. I wanted to show this to our friends as well. This one's nice for May, for spring parties, Easter. Look at the detail, Luke.
Wow.
And my favorite's the pineapple.
Yeah.
And you know what? It might not even be a pineapple. It might be a thistle, but a thistle. But I just love it. So all these are available throughout the country at fine bake shops and at stores like the Bay. Loblaws has lots of these. Loblaws has big selections of Nordicware cake pans. So I think it's kind of fun, not expensive, nice to do with the kids. And actually, when you cut it, it comes out quite big.
Great. I'm going to have to go pick up one of these. This thing is awesome.
Here, look at this. Don't you think it's great?
Yeah.
And kids, and then you can make them, then you can make another batch. If there's going to be more kids, you can make them up ahead of time.
Can we make a batch for the adults too?
You could. Sure you could. And you can decorate them and you can put whatever you want. You could put wrapped candies, anything. It's up to the kids. And then if there's more, You can give them each their train, and they can make the village and the tracks as big as they want. I use black licorice for the tracks. So it really is great. All right, I'm going to have a little piece. Can I twist your arm?
Yes, please.
All right. I hope you like my pound cake. There.
Looks so delicious.
And these cakes would freeze beautifully as well, so go ahead. I can't beat a vanilla pound cake at the end of the day, you know? Great on its own. Whipped cream, ice cream. Oh, dear. What do you think?
Delicious.
Do you? Oh, thank you.
Delicious.
That's good. 35 minutes in the oven, maybe 40, depending on your oven. But anyway, it's a wonderful activity. I encourage everyone to take some time with your children, your grandchildren, and if you don't have any of those, I'll bet you know somebody that could use your company. Be an adoptive aunt, an adoptive granny. That's fun too. And you know what? They have so much fun. You're going to get more fun out of it watching children enjoy you do this, don't you think?
That's what Christmas is really about.
It is.
Christmas, any kind of holiday, anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's really about.
Well, that's why I chose this theme, because I think it's important to make that time, and don't say you're too busy. We don't get that time back again. And it's special. It's really special to me. Yeah. And I'm always glad when I do it. And at the end, oh, Nanny, he says, didn't it turn out great? That's what he said. Jeez. Didn't it turn out great? And we did Halloween cookies. We did a haunted house. Oh, we had so much fun. And it's really good. And I encourage you all to do that. So I hope you've enjoyed this today. Take a look at these pans. And this way, if you say I'm not a baker, let the Nordicware pan do the job for you. Buy a mix and have fun. And you know what you're making? You're not just making a chocolate cake or a train or a vanilla cake. You're making a memory. And you're going to have that for life, isn't it? And so will those children. So I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed you being here.
Thank you for having me here.
Well,
I'm easy to bribe.
Yeah, well, we have enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. This isn't elaborate. Turns out looking great, but you can have fun with it too, and I hope you do. I really do. So thanks for being with us today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Yes?
Very much so.
Okay.
Very much
All
so.
right. So go on out and make some memories, and we'll see you the next time on TV in the kitchen. Bye for now.